We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
School and all James Woods can say is, ooh, I'll be second day. 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 When a Bowen turned into a vampire, all James Woods could say was, ooh, I'll be second day. 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 When he became Peter's best friend, they sat around the house and said, ooh, I'll be second day. 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 And you know that James Woods presses laundry well, but everything that he reads becomes real hard to spell. Everyone tries to help him, but the words just won't come out. There's only one thing he can think of, and it's what comes out his mouth. Ooh, I'll be second day. 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 When he comes out of his house, the women scream and shout. Ooh, I'll be second day. 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 When they know that he's an actor, the best of them all when he says, ooh, I'll be second day. 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 Reese's Pieces on the floor and watch him come a saying, ooh, I'll be second day. 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 And you know that James Woods presses laundry well, but everything that he reads becomes real hard to spell. Everyone tries to help him, but the words just won't come out. There's only one thing he can think of, and it's what comes out his mouth. Ooh, I'll be second day. 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 When he comes out of his house, the women scream and shout. Ooh, I'll be second day. 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 Ooh, I'll be second day.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
So, a creature for my amusement. Prepare for battle.
Fucking thing sucks!
Eyeball. That big ass eyeball. Going back and forth. Hello. Happy New Year, everybody. You might be asking yourself, Uncle Warren, what's that bullshit behind you? Well, this is my new house. I bought it off eBay for $250, and it's got fuckers still living in it that I gotta kick out. Ah! Remember they tried to do that last year? We'll talk about that later. Good evening. Happy New Year. First show of Extra Bulla for the year 2022. A lot of folks here already. Good to see you guys. Troy C. Gamer for Life. Steve Cutler live. Hey, Colin. Good to see you. Kim. Velvet Trends. Who else we got? Robert Durden in the house. Good. And E. Heller. E. Heller's gonna get some shout outs later in the show, but I can't tell you why. It's a secret. Shh. Can't tell nobody. So yeah, we have a great guest to start the new year off. Very busy man. He was on the air probably about a couple hours ago. And now he is here with us. He is the host of Hardlands Media out of Chicago, my birthplace, great town. And he is joining us right now, Mr. Cabello. Hello, sir. How are you this fine Thursday?
It's good to be here. Finally, I'm on Extra Bulla, a dream come true. I've been petitioning hard to be on this show. I've been punching everyone left, right, up, and down. It's long over time that I'm here on this show. Long overdue. So here we go.
Let me talk to my assistant. Did he contact us? Are you? What? No, you're fired. Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean your phone doesn't work? Get these people. I thought maybe you were going to be on Extra Bull tonight.
Yeah, I fucked that up. I'm sorry. Is that Extra Bulla? I forgot to say Extra Bulla. I didn't.
You can't remember one letter, Kit. Well, I didn't call your show Hide Lines Medea. You know.
No. We've been called Heartland. People have called us Heartland Media a few times. We're like, no, Hardlands Media,
dude,
not Heartland.
You should do a parody of your own show and you put on like a big cowboy hat and call it Heartland Media.
Heartland Media. Well, yep, there we go. Those gosh darn liberals, those gosh darn everyone don't they get it? We need freedom. Freedom is freedom. Freedom is freedom.
Well, listen, here's
the thing. Heartland Media has to stay close to Heartlands because you know what? We'd be like, them gosh darn Democrats, don't they know how to win? They always keep on losing. And these Republicans, no, they're nothing but a bunch of city folk to me.
Would you have the cowboy hat that says "Make America America Again" or something like that?
No. It'd be like freedom is freedom. There you go. Freedom is freedom.
Freedom fries. You remember freedom fries? Remember when all that went down? They wouldn't call them French fries because the French were doing some bullshit. So they call them freedom fries.
I remember when people were pouring out French wine down the sewers. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Give me the booze. I'll drink it for freedom, okay?
I know, right?
I'll drink booze for freedom.
Well, you mean like, I know, I don't understand like people who boycott. You already bought the shit. And then you're going to break it or pour it out.
Then you're going to break it.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Boycott means you don't buy it at all.
or either that you don't be a douche and you break like your coffee or burn your sneakers. Just go to the store or go to a thrift store, give it back, get some money back, and there you go. It's out of your house. Don't put on a whole song and dance about buying something and breaking it. That's stupid. Just say, hey, I'm getting money back for it.
I'm
That's all you gotta
boycotting. I'm boycotting
That's all you
Dom
have to do.
Perignon. I'm gonna pour this Dom Perignon out because fuck him. Like,
Or wait. No. That one guy who poured some gasoline and some Fruit Loops because he was trying to protest against what, the cereal company or something.
was it
I
Kellogg's?
forget which cereal company was doing something. They were doing something for standing in solidarity. And there was this one
Right.
guy who tried to protest them, and he poured some gasoline in a bowl of cereal and lit it on fire, and it backfired. Yeah, that happened. That happened, man.
Wait.
Somebody left it. Like, look, I'm all for your right to protest. I'm all for free speech, but hey, look, buddy, you're gonna be playing with gasoline, and you get burnt. That's on you, and I'm laughing at you. I don't care who you are. Okay, you could be a liberal or progressive doing that. You're gonna be stupid with gasoline. I'm laughing at you.
Wait,
As simple as that.
he poured gasoline on a bowl of cereal and lit it on fire?
Yeah, like doing something like. God, hold on. Let me do a quick Google search on this. Let me do a quick Google search on this. All right,
While
so,
you're doing that, I want to applaud you on joining us from back in the 90s in the back office of Blockbuster Video. I like that backdrop there. That looks like a
Hey, quit hating in my room. This is fine.
I
But
told
yeah,
you, man.
it is an abandoned. People now know that I live in an abandoned Blockbuster building. So there you go. Blockbuster. It's always close to my heart. No, actually, tell you the truth, this is actually an abandoned Circuit City building. So there you go.
Oh, that's terrible. I remember when Circuit City and all those went kaput. I was out in LA, and it was that. Let's see. It was.
Oh, that's
hello.
the story. Okay. Oh, wow.
What's the story? Let's hear it.
So, okay. Well, let me make sure I get this correct because it's actually pretty disturbing what happened to this dude. All right. So, okay. So the Twin Cities man who gained national television attention this month for setting a box of Cheerios on fire outside General Mills headquarters in Golden Valley, has died of a heart attack. This article came out in 2018. Michael L. Lesner, 65, of Andover, staged his one-man protest over the cereal maker's support of same-sex marriage. So this is a guy who did a one-man protest, lit some cereal on fire with gasoline, and he died in 2018 from a heart attack.
Wait, did he
wow.
die directly after that, or was it like? When did he die?
When did he light the gas?
Did the cereal and fuego give him the heart attack?
All right, so what he did. Hold on, let's go ahead. So, oh God, that was a stupid video. So let's see, he did this, I think in 2012. Yeah, August 5th. That's when he did it. And he uploaded it to YouTube. Moments later, he lit the box on fire and the flames spread uncontrollably onto his lawn. Lesnar and his companions then ran off. So there we go. Wow. All right. That's what he did. There we go. Well, hey, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. He's lucky he didn't burn himself on fire because gasoline is not something to fuck around with, man. Oh well, yeah.
That sounds like.
I forget why I even brought that up. Why I brought up the dude burnt the gasoline. How did we have that conversation in the first place?
Look, I'm the guy who's high, so I got a good reason why my memory's shot. So I don't know what's going on your end. Maybe the lead paint in that Blockbuster video that you're in, or that Circuit City.
Circuit City. Actually, I was inside a Circuit City when it was shutting down. That place was being torn apart. Everyone was taking everything, even the fire extinguisher, the carts. Everything was to go, and I didn't know that Circuit City was going bankrupt at the time. But I was like, "Oh wow, oh no, what's happening in Circuit City? What's going on here?" And they're like, "We're filing for bankruptcy." It's like, oh, that's why all the good shit's already gone, because the store was like almost practically empty.
Yeah. And there's
man,
always there's always that shit nobody wants at the end too, and that they always end up those things usually end up going to like like Lot Less or Big Lots or those kind of places, like these places that buy out liquidated stores. The same thing happened with us at Borders Books when I worked there. I worked there in 2009 over here on Wall Street. And they closed in 2011, and they brought in liquidators.
I have fond memories of Borders. I used to go to the comic book section a lot as a kid and read all the comic book novels and the Japanese manga novels too. Good times. I would be there for hours on end just reading those books. Borders. Oh man. I was sad when they went too, because what replaced them? Because the one I used to go to was on a downtown area in Chicago, over there by Water Tower, and what replaced it? It was like this boutique shop that's there now. It's like, it's stupid.
It seems
Fuck
like
you, Amazon. Fuck you, Amazon, for killing the bookstore industry. Fucking Jeff Bezos.
What's fucked up too is that Amazon, they pretty much they killed Borders. Okay, it was mostly Amazon that killed them, partly Barnes and Noble, but they were hiring these dumbass people to be like the CEO of the company that was just didn't even know anything about books. They were like retail related, but they didn't know anything about books, and but it seems like I worked at the one out in LA, well, two out in LA, in Glendale and in Hollywood, and it was just like the people that work at Borders were just like the best people on the planet, and you go into a Barnes and Noble and everybody's just kind of like just kind of stiff, but Borders was just very, very different. But it was like
Borders was a lot of fun. I have a lot of good memories of Borders.
I actually met a few celebrities out in LA. I got to meet Robin Williams at Borders out there. He came in. It was like one of my comedy heroes, right? And he came in and he was looking for a Red Hot Chili Peppers CD for his kid. And
really?
And I was
Holy shit.
Yeah, and the good thing was we had a cafe in the bookstore, right? And
a lot of Borders had cafes, like especially the one downtown Chicago. Yeah.
So he got the CD, but then he went to the cafe and got a coffee, just like a little cheapy coffee, and was like yucking it up with the guys behind the counter, and I think he left like a $50 tip or something like that, and people at Borders didn't make that much money. We like working there, but we weren't making that much money. So somebody throwing down a 50 spot, you're like, whoa, and it's nice to know it was Robin Williams. He was just like the super nicest guy. Wasn't like over the top or anything, but wasn't a dick either. But it's in those places like Borders, because you like the stiffs. The stiffs would go to like Barnes and Noble. And I'm not shitting on Barnes and Noble. I'm sure they got their their pros and cons, but I never worked there, right? They were always the evil empire to us until Amazon came along. But the shit and giggles part is now Amazon has brick and mortar stores. They have one over here at the World Financial Center. Yeah, so it's like, hey, we're online, but we got stores too that you can come in. So it's pretty messed up.
No, I'm sorry, man. You just can't be doing that kind of bullshit with. You're going online, then when you get a brick and mortar store, chances are. See, this is also the same corporation that owns Whole Foods. Amazon owns Whole Foods now, and I've been noticing that there's been a lack of quality, especially at my Whole Foods, especially in Chicago. Like the standards have fallen so far lower at Whole Foods. Have you noticed that?
Well,
Because it just doesn't look the same anymore. I remember when Whole Foods actually used to do like free samples of food and shit too. I remember that. They stopped doing that. That was the thing that drew a lot of people in.
When I worked for them let's see, it was like 2018. I was only there about a year and a half, and then I left because of COVID related stuff. But yeah, you could tell that there was a serious corporate presence there. They were like super strict with the rules about like just piddly stuff. You know, it wasn't like stuff you would normally think would be like kind of like, okay, this is kind of laid back, you know. But then they started adding the Amazon shoppers too. So, and that's what kind of freaked me out about working there at the time, was that there was us, our crew, then you had the Amazon shoppers, you know, for deliveries and stuff like that. And so we basically like doubled the staff inside this. We were in one of the smaller Whole Foods, and it was very claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was, and this was like right at the beginning of the pandemic too, when people didn't really know what was going on. People had masks on, but then some people didn't, and then some people didn't know what was going on, and they were like freaking out. And I get anxiety around being in like tightly packed areas with people. And so that was kind of the situation there. But yeah, the definite vibe of it, because I'd been in a Whole Foods out in Cali when I lived out there, and I think this was before Amazon bought it. And yeah, it was like Trader Joe's. It was like a, you know, kind of a chill, laid back thing. But even now, I hear even Trader Joe's is starting to get a little, it's not as good as it used to be too, you know, tightening up.
Yeah, well, you know, because I noticed like even Trader Joe's, they used to do the free samples too. I noticed there's a trend. Like, I'm always for the place that does free sample food, because I know that Trader Joe's used to do like the free samples of the coffee of the day that they were doing, or whatever kind of organic food, you know, whatever kind of, you know, hipster stuff they were doing. I liked it because, hey, it was a little chance to try out something, and, you know, you liked it, you got something. If you didn't, whatever, or you got just had some little extra snack along the way. And then they get rid of it. It's like, oh, well, fuck you, you. So seriously, fuck you for getting rid of that. You know, and you don't do that shit anymore. Get the fuck out of here.
And they were and especially recently now they've stopped doing it because you know, they said, well,
because of the pandemic, yeah.
Pandemic, you know. So, but they were
Costco still does it.
Do they? Did they? Oh, wait, yeah. I think they do. Like, yeah, the samples.
They do. I definitely know that Costco still does it.
I haven't been to Costco in a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think when was the last time I was there. I think it was during the pandemic. I think it was like maybe the first year, that kind of thing.
Well, during the first year they stopped, but like this year they're still giving out those free sample foods and drinks and whatever.
Oh, okay. I haven't been in there in a while. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least I know the ones on the north side and south side are doing that. So there we go. Let's see. We got this restream. Didn't Whole Foods reduce insurance coverage as soon as restream bot's trying to say something to vegan succubus?
Hang on a second. I gotta fix this. We do it live. There we go.
I'm doing it live.
There we go.
Let's see. So Vegan Succubus says, didn't Whole Foods reduce insurance coverage as soon as they were bought by Amazon? Maybe I'm remembering it correctly. I think
she's
they did
right.
that.
Yeah, they did.
They were definitely like, hey, fuck you for the benefits.
They had part-timers could get insurance, and then they cut out the part-time insurance. And so, yeah, it was only full-timers could get it. So, and they were a little squirrely with... Yeah, they were a little squirrely with the COVID stuff too, because one of the policies was initially was like, if you had COVID or you were out for COVID, you could get 2 weeks pay, right? And I was out with COVID, right? I didn't know I had COVID at the time. I was at home, and then I lost my taste and my smell, and I was fatigued for about a week. And I took the 2 weeks off, and I went to the doctor after that because I was just like, well, there's nothing they can do at the doctor. They're just going to tell me to go back home and just go to sleep, drink fluids, that kind of thing. And so I went and I got the antibodies test, and it came back positive that I had COVID. So I took it to HR, and our people on the store level wanted to approve it, but the higher ups in HR said, nah, that you didn't get a note from you should have went when you were sick, that kind of thing. So I got screwed out of 2 weeks pay. So I said, oh, wait a minute, you can get unemployment for COVID? Peace, deuces. So yeah, so I the vibe there was just so, it's like I just felt bad for the people that worked there too. Just regular ass blue collar people. Just trying to eat, just trying to pay their bills and shit. And people started getting their hours cut. And here's the fucked up part too. And I don't think this had happened before Amazon took over. I have the people that do the prepared foods, like the little food bars and stuff that are in there. So a couple of people got fired for eating a chicken nugget that they were going to throw out anyway. They got fired. It wasn't like a reprimand or a warning or something like that. They got 86, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Over a chicken nugget. That if that doesn't encapsulate greed and stupidity on the corporate level, I don't really know what does, right?
No, here's my thing with working for corporations, right? I understand that people have to make ends meet. I understand that people have to pay their bills and everything else. But what a difference it would make if we got rid of student debt, if we got rid of medical debt, and people can actually then focus on careers they want to do and start actually doing their business. When we started Hard Lens Media, Daniel and I were still working our regular jobs too at the time. But, eventually got to the point to where, all right, how serious are we about setting up our own studio network? How serious are we about doing our own shows, our own programs, actually building something? And in 2019, I made my decision of, hey, quitting my regular job and actually taking that leap. And, it's been a crazy uphill journey starting from the beginning and getting to where we're at now. We're still dealing with a lot of challenges, but it's just looking back at how Hard Lens Media got started. It's just it really is incredible how much things have changed when we first started and how some things didn't change at all.
Yep. Yeah, what's going to come out of all this? We're like kind of in new territory here. I mean, we hadn't had a pandemic in 100 years, and ain't really anybody around to tell us the tale of what happened back then. But we damn sure didn't have internet and stuff like that back then. So it's like,
what we had was like a system. Well, basically the previous pandemic, which was the Spanish flu, that was purposely forgotten. People just forgot about it. We just didn't talk about it, but it was a pandemic that was clearly impacting millions of lives all across this planet, and no one knew what to do. And now here we are repeating ourselves all over again. I've been noticing that we've just been repeating the same mistakes every single time, every single year. It's just nothing but constantly repeat. And 2016, that year keeps on repeating itself. We dealt with it in 2020, and now we're probably going to deal with it again in 2024 because Trump's going to run again for office. It's going to be so hilarious. I don't know if you, because you were talking about with me earlier about how Hard Lens Media got started. Would you like to hear its origin?
Not really. I got toys, kid. I got toys. Wait a minute, because you're from Chicago. Before you tell me your tale, you get some Florida Evans. Damn! Keeping your head above water, making a way when you can. It's a temporarily. All right, I'm not gonna do the whole thing.
All right, there you go.
Did you ever watch Good Times? Do you
Hard Lens Media. We started in a bar, actually, of all places.
Really?
Well, actually, here's the thing. First, okay, so when Daniel and I were starting getting involved in YouTube, we had no idea what we were doing. So let me rewind back a little bit further, 2016. So myself and a few other people, Daniel included, we did a road trip to Philadelphia. And on this road trip, we actually got inside the DNC convention. We had no press passes, so basically we snuck inside. And Daniel and I were the ones to do that. And when we were covering it, we realized, like, hey, wait a minute. This is something that needs to be covered, because we were seeing how Clinton supporters were attacking Green Party people, Bernie Sanders supporters. And you could barely tell the difference between a Clinton supporter and a Trump supporter, because the way they were constantly berating and yelling at Green Party people and Bernie Sanders supporters, I was just thinking, oh my God, in the aftermath of this convention, good luck, Democrats, in convincing progressives and independents to vote for your gal Hillary, because you're treating them like shit. You're walking all over them, and you're thinking like you got this in the bag. You dumb fucks. This is gonna blow up in your face. And we saw the violence from a lot of Clinton people. A lot of Clinton supporters. All this whole idea of, oh, there was peace and love in the DNC Convention Center. Fuck you. At the Wells Fargo Center, it was a goddamn war zone. And the people who were instigating the conflict and the violence and pushing and bullying people were the Clinton supporters. They were going after Bernie Sanders supporters. They were going after Green Party people. They kept on saying, oh, you're worse than Trump. You're going to help Hitler get into power again. I'm like, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this shit works. And so when we left Philly, Daniel and I were talking like, all right, if we're really going to be serious, let's talk about trying to set up our own independent media network. And so we tried for a little bit, and then we kind of like took a break from it. And in 2017, I get a call from Daniel again. He says, hey, I got this idea. Meet me at this bar. I'm going to bring a whole bunch of other people with us, and let's see if we can actually get this thing started. And Hard Lens Media, and of course, the crew has changed. The original crew right now that's been around is just myself and Daniel, because we were there from the beginning. So we decided to create Hard Lens Media, create this awesome platform, started in a bar, started in the city of Chicago. And we were mostly doing a lot of our reporting and news coverage by using a Galaxy S7 cell phone in the streets of Chicago. Wow. So we didn't have any of our professional stuff. We didn't have any editors. We didn't have none of this. It was just two guys just trying to work their asses off. And finally, then we run into Lainey Peterson, who gave us a lot of advice, especially introducing us to radio. And then that's how we got onto our first radio station, and then onto our second radio station, then eventually onto public access television, CAN TV. And we learned everything as we were going along. So how to run a radio show, how to run 2 radio shows on 2 different stations, and then how to run a TV series. We had 3 seasons on CAN TV. Nice. 3 seasons. 3 fucking seasons. So it was mostly me interviewing activists, organizers, politicians. I think probably the most notable person I interviewed was Jimmy Dore on that TV series that I had. And then, of course, I interviewed all the Democratic governors who were running in 2018, all the Democratic candidates, save for Chris Kennedy and J.B. Pritzker. God, man, fucking assholes not responding back to my phone calls. And then, because then we're starting to get to the point of, okay, well, how long do we stay on radio? How long do we stay on TV for? Because one of the radio stations, we never got our analytics. We never got numbers of how many people were listening to us. So eventually we left. And then the other radio station we were working at, it was just too expensive for us to really be, renting out their equipment or their studio. And it was CAN TV, it's public access television. So we decided in early 2018 to get onto YouTube, and we made that full transition. And by late 2018, early 2019, we actually were in Daniel's old apartment doing the show. And then we were able to save up enough money so that we can get to our older station. We were at 2019, 2020, the one that was way up on the north side, where we had the infamous brick wall. And, well, now it's gone. That place was awesome back in the day.
That's a nice looking studio. I enjoy. I mean, I like what you got now. But the one you had before was pretty cool. You mentioned radio, and I'm an old radio guy myself from way back from the 90s, and I remember news guys that I actually transitioned to the local TV station there. Was doing like TV production, and then I ended up being like a producer, and I missed that, and
radio is fun. Oh my God, is it? I mean, it's serious. I mean, first you got to make sure you have a team that's knowing what they're doing, because on both radio, I didn't mean to cut you off, but on both radio shows they were doing, it was like do it yourself. Mm-hmm. And thankfully we had a team of people that knew how to run the board. But when you got a good team that knows what they're doing with the board, because we were the most. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be a little arrogant here. It's going to be but it's rightfully so. This is the kind of one of the things where it's like, yeah, no shit, we were the most professional people at those radio stations, especially the first one we were at. We always cleaned up after ourselves. We always took care of everything. We always made sure everything was how it was when we found it. We were the ones that really had that place on lockdown. And I just got to say, it was fun being on radio. But the one thing that's annoying is dealing with managers or people trying to edit their opinions. That's why we're building our own radio station now at the new studio.
Oh, really?
Which is, again, I mean, because now looking back at it, we started off on the streets of Chicago, and now we have a nice, bigger studio spot, 5th floor view of the city, and it's just it's so humbling, and I just love everything that we do.
I like
love
the
everything
train
that we do there.
I like that train stop in the background too. That's pretty nice. It's
Wait,
like
what train stop?
On your new on the new place that you can't really see it now because of the short days. The studio you got now.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Well, see, because here's the thing. There's actually, because it's funny, at the older at the studio that you're familiar with, when we had the fake brick wall, we had the camera focused on the Brown Line station, the Kimball Brown Line station. But at our new spot, we got one train track going where the Metro trains are at, like the Amtrak and Metro trains, and then of course we have the train stop behind us. That's the pink and green line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just like the fact that
so we're still surrounded by trains. We got some great views. So there you go. We got some awesome views. And then of course we had the whole city skyline behind us. And then in the summer we got that rooftop patio view, which is breathtaking. I mean, I really sorry. Yeah, I mean it's just so we got a breathtaking view of the city. It's really great. I can't wait for the spring and summer to come along again. That's gonna be awesome.
Right, the longer days so that you could actually see the background. That's the thing about wintertime. That's just the days just go just like that, But I just want to scold the chat here for a second. They're talking about chili recipes. Hey, pay attention, all right? We got a show going on here. All right, this ain't the Chili Channel. The Chili Channel. Ooh. All right, got to put that on the back burner for now. But there's one pressing thing we have to discuss. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I think you look like a young Bob Seger. I don't know if anyone's told you that or if you've read that in the chats where I go, oh, look, it's Bob Seger. We got the night moves, right? Because of the hair and the beard. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not making fun. I got a little treat for you here. This is, I see a resemblance, right? He looks a little stoned. You look like you've been drinking a few. That's nice. But fair is fair. You look like young Bob Seger, and I look like old Bob Seger. So, there you go. A little too tall. Could have used a few pounds. So I can laugh at myself when I'm having funsies with my pals. So, it's all in good fun.
Here's the thing. Do you want to know an interesting tidbit? Young kid Cabello, way back in the day in high school, sophomore year, I had hair that went all the way down to my back.
You were Bob Seger. Wait a minute.
Yeah, but again, no beard. But I had long hair back in the day. I had long hair back in the day. think I actually got a picture of it. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Do I have it hanging up on the board? Do I? Hold on. I'm acting a little crazy here. Oh yeah, I see it. Now. Hang on. You want to go see it?
Okay.
See some long hair kit.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Just like Dad, he went out for cigarettes, never came back. In the meantime, what the hell? Kitties! You gotta be shitting me. Oh, he's back.
Let's see if I can zoom in on it properly. There I am, right there.
Whoa.
That's me right there.
Look at those locks.
Too zoomed out. Okay.
There
you go.
That's not bad. I'm trying to think of who you look like there.
That's me. That's my mom made that collage picture.
Hang on a second. Let's see if this works. Here we go. Is Kid a rocker? Long hair for head banging. Yep. What happened, man? Those years just really wore you out, didn't they? Oh, scandalous! He's like, I didn't come on your show to be insulted, you fucker.
Yeah, I did. What the fuck, man? No. What happened was obviously, I'm trying. That's what I'm actually trying. This is like my last hurrah, growing out my long hair. See how long I can grow it for. Back in the day, I had long, flowing, luscious hair.
Well,
we'll see if I can make it happen again. But yeah, also the Marine Corps too. Because I remember I served some time in the Marine Corps, and I had to get all that taken off.
Colin says you had sexy locks. That's nice. Yeah, very nice. I have long hair now. I've always had short hair my whole life, so I kind of did a reverse. But I remember when you cut your hair. I remember you it was just like regular length, and then you did it military style kind of a little bit, and then and then you've been growing it out ever since, right?
Yeah. Now this time I'm growing it out, growing it all out. One last hurrah. Hurrah, growing it out. So there we go.
It's good to have it during the winter months anyway. It's a nice extra heat on the old noggin there. I'm thinking probably I don't have AC in this place, and these New York summers are they ain't exactly chilly. So that I might have to do a little snippety snip on that, and but I'll enjoy it during the winter. But I think since it's already 8:47. I told you this thing's flying by, man. So we gotta.
We were gonna talk about something serious, like that's right, January 6th. That's
right. This is my house, my new house that I bought, and trying to kick all these rats out. Yeah, I was trying to avoid the tweeters today, but I couldn't help it, and it's just like,
it's so.
The humanity.
Yeah, it's such a cry fest circle jerk, man. Honestly, but here's what pisses me off about January 6th. So you had and the thing is, look, you had Convo Couch, you had Status Quo, you had there was another one, another person who was filming too, the January 6th riot. There was one more person. I'm forgetting his name.
Well, I think there was a guy that works for Jordan Cheriton.
No. I'm not talking about Status Quo. This was somebody else, independent. But CNN and Fox News and MSNBC, similar to what they did to Status Quo and Convo Couch, they took his footage and were running with it and putting it on their platform. But then YouTube went ahead and censored and told all three of those channels to take down their video coverage. But yet Fox News and CNN. Okay. Hold on. Charlie Brown is saying Slow News Day was there too. Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, Slow News Day, but there's somebody else, an individual person who does like field reporting. I'm forgetting his name now, and I'm very sorry that I am. Not Franco. No, I'm not talking about Franco. Jeez, why am I forgetting this person? Anyways, the point is, YouTube went after all these channels, all these independent channels, that were covering January 6th, and then told them to take down their videos, which was bullshit. None of their videos should have been taken down, but yet CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they all took their video coverage and were running with it on their video platforms.
Yep.
That to me enraged me more than seeing that controlled riot at January 6th. And I'm going to say it again, it was a controlled riot because you had at one area of the Capitol building, those people were being let in. The doors were open. Now, of course, on the other side, yes, there were some police officers that got hurt, and I didn't want to see that. There were people who got hurt, but there's two conflicting versions because on the one side there was some aggressive pushback, but on the other side, a lot of those people were let in. They were let inside the goddamn building, and the building wasn't set ablaze.
And nobody had any
the security
weapons.
Guards following them, hey guys, come on, be nice.
Yeah.
Don't cause too much of a ruckus. Come on, hey.
Right.
Come on,
it was
guys,
like a private.
nice.
It was like
right.
it was like a private tour group came in, and the guards were and they were taking selfies with the cops, and nobody had any weapons except for the cops. It was like, oh man.
By the way, E. Heller just gave me the name Ford Fisher. That was the person's name.
Oh, Ford Fisher.
He actually did a lot of work, and Ford Fisher, most of his video coverage, I know, because everyone, including Tom Couch, Status Quo, Slow News Day, they had their footage taken, but Ford Fisher's, a lot of his stuff was taken, and that was kind of like bullshit. Because then CNN was running his footage, all their footage, and so was Fox News and MSNBC, but then YouTube was telling all them, you got to take down your stuff. But yet, is YouTube going to tell that to CNN or Fox or MSNBC? Fuck no, because YouTube is fucking corporate owned.
And then the corporate ones that got to keep their shit were using the independent video. It was like, what? How can you not look at that and say, no, that's fucked up, right? Anyway. I said we'd talk briefly about it. We'll mention it. I don't want us to get our blood pressures up because we got to get to the really important reason why you're here is for me to impart on you why you're wrong about Chicago pizza being the best. Okay?
Now, you are hashtag canceled, sir. Hashtag canceled.
We've let it slide. All right. We know you've been you've had some issues with pizza in the past. Your delusions of grandeur. You're a great, you're a good guy. We let you have it for a while, but now it's intervention time, and I got to tell you, man, New York pizza, it's pretty good.
Now here's the thing. I like to have a glass of wine. New York pizza, cheese and crackers. Why not? Some cheese and crackers. No. There you go. And just have some little glass of wine, drink it down. But if I want a meal or good, delicious pizza, there is, of course, deep dish, which is decadent and delicious. A true flavorful pie. Then, you have Chicago pot pie style pizza. But then you have our top number one, our greatest weapon of mass destruction, tavern style pizza. That's right. New York has one. We got not one, two. We got three. We are triple threats. We are the king of the door. Okay, that's who we are. We are the dragon.
I was doing some research today, and I got a little video I'm gonna play here in just a second. But there's like all kinds of different styles of New York pizza. There's Neapolitan, Lombardi's. Lombardi's was the first pizza joint in the country. They were like the OGs, right? I mean, people were still making pizzas, but they weren't doing it commercially, right? And then Lombardi's, I think it's over in Soho, I think. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a real big pizza connoisseur in New York. You know what I mean? I will grab a dollar slice, and I'll fold it like Daniel says, like a taco. I don't give a fuck. Because that's what we do.
I go to Costco for New York style pizza.
You can't fold Chicago deep dish, so that means New Yorkers can do more.
It's a meal. It's a meal that's ready to go.
You need both hands.
It's a meal that's delicious and filling and loving.
You got to eat it with a fork and a knife, like you're some sort of Nancy. What here? You got your little bib you put on there.
You are eating like royalty.
Do you have a
It is
bib?
the food of the gods.
Do you have a
It is the food of
nappy
the
kit?
gods.
And it has a pizza slice on it, so you reminded of what you're eating.
Listen,
It's pizza cake.
and you can tell Fiorella I said this too, that our pizza style is the best. It is a full meal, and she had the audacity to say, "Well, I didn't like." She went to the wrong spot. She said, "I was."
Oh, the old wrong spot bit. Yeah, we know that one. You totally went to the wrong place.
Hashtag Fiorella needs to get the facts right. So there, people tell Fiorella I said this. Tell her I said it. Tell her I said it.
Look, I'm just saying. I think
you did not have the correct style of deep dish pizza.
I think Pasta's the one who is actually from New York, so he knows about the New York pizza. And I'm actually here right now, but I gotta say, like, the fanciest pizza I've eaten here was probably a Neapolitan style, which is like a wood fire. They do the wood oven for those. Your dollar slices are your pretty much like, your gas ovens. They're not great, but it's like you want to grab a slice and you're cheap or you're broke or whatever, it's good to fill up your tummy for a few hours. So, but Grimaldi's, they have 2 locations in Brooklyn, and it was pretty decent. A little on the pricey side. I don't like to, if I'm going to buy expensive pizza, I'll make it an event, where we go out with some friends, have a few beers, like kind of like a little party thing at the place, but I'm not going to do that with the dollar slice. But I got something here. Let's see which one this is. Let's see. So I think this is the, wait a minute, that's not it. There's the deep dish. I got a few here, but I don't want to, have you heard of the deep dish ding dong ditch? You ever heard of that?
What?
You've heard of a place called Lou Malnati's? Malnati's, is that right?
Yeah,
Malnati's?
no, I heard that place, yeah.
So they do this thing. It's pretty cool. This is a little short video. Let's see if I can get this over here and play this for you. If I can get this to work. Oops, there we go.
Right now, when most of our great customers are homebound, we're going to put a smile on their face. We're going to go to their house and do a little deep dish, ding dong ditch.
I'd be freaked out if somebody left me a box of shit like that. Like, wait, what? Baby knows pizza good too! I like this lady. She just goes nuts. Ah!
There you go.
The hell? All right.
There you go. Notice that it was deep dish pizza that was making people happy. It's for world peace, gosh darn it, and Chicago's leading the way. If more people understood this, can Fiorella's New York style pizza do that? The answer is no, it cannot. And it is a scientific fact. There's no debate, no feelings. I'm using my super delegate vote on this. Forget democracy. I win. Debate is over. Thank you, folks. You've been a great crowd. Bye, everybody.
Well, I wasn't expecting that to happen so soon. So, I got to tell you though. No, well, all kidding aside, I love me some Chicago pizza. I am not gonna lie. Like, look at this stuff here. This is I think they're making a deep dish now. Ed was telling me about like this caramelized crust. You've heard of that? Like they're putting the cheese on the bottom with like a little butter, and then
Yep.
oh, there's hang on a second.
Look at that.
Show
Look at that. Can New York style pizza do that? No.
We're too busy. We don't have time for art projects. Kit, is it?
It's about the pizzazz and the presentation. Presentation is key.
You know why you guys do all that bullshit with the pan and stuff? You got to keep moving because it's so freaking cold in Chicago. So you got to keep your hands busy. Damn, is he putting like Swiss cheese? No, that's got to be like mozzarella, right? All right. So there was another one here. I know, right? That I look. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some fucking cheese, dude. I love cheese. Oh, look at that. Is that Italian sausage?
Look at that. That is a nice meal. Fiorella, can you do that? The answer is no.
This is at Pizzeria Uno's. All right. So we got a couple more here. So hang on a second.
What else?
There's Pisano's. They did a little thing. That's okay. There's the thin crust. Let's kill that.
Thin crust. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, 2019, just before the whole world went to shit.
Right? Let's see. Let's get to it. There we go. See, now that's more like a New York slice, right? If you had like extra cheese on a New York slice, that's pretty much what it would look like. But it's probably a little thinner. That's why you have to fold it, because it's so floppy, you know. Our pizzas here are for it's not for enjoyment. It's for survival. This is Giordano's, I believe, and he's making a deep dish. There's one of these. Let's see. There's Pat's. See, I was doing my homework on this. You know, I didn't want to come unprepared for this. This is Aurelio's. You ever been to that place? You ever eaten there? Well, I guess that's all there. Oh, this is Pequod's, I think.
Yeah, I know where Pequod's at. Pequod's, great spot. Oh, I love their food. Really good. Good stuff there. Pequod's on point.
I think he's eating the one with the caramelized crust. I just think that is so cool, you know, like taking some shredded cheese and mixing it with a little butter, kind of like dusting the pan with it, like really fine cheese. I don't want to see this guy. Where's the pizza?
Yeah, no one cares about him. No one cares about you too either. Come on, let's go ahead. Focus on the food. Get on the food.
This guy, I think this is he's doing it.
I bust the tables. I worked in the kitchen.
Yeah, he's doing the thin crust there, I think. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that does look good.
So, like I said, our buddy Ed Heller, he hooked me up with this, and I wanted to hook people up with his website, realdeepdish.com. Hey Oz, how you doing, brother?
Yo, Oz, yes, we're coming to terms as the pizza war, but let my message be shared with Fiorella that Chicago style and New York style, the battle still continues on.
Our beef, no pun intended, is settled. Regarding pizza, I will gladly say that Chicago pizza is much better than New York. But the pasta though, he's going to be a tough sell. Hassan Fee need to understand that they lost the debate, and I'll never forget when Fiorella posted that quote unquote poll, which is better, Chicago style pizza or New York style pizza. I have to say,
I'm questioning the election integrity of that poll, where somehow New York style pizza won. I don't.
Have you ever had New York style pizza at all?
Yes, I have. I've been to New York twice, especially my first time there. Well, when I was working a summer job there. So yeah, they had plenty of New York style pizzas, but Chicago, Chi-town.
Now wait a minute, hold on a second. You didn't go to like a Sbarro or anything like that, did you? Because that's not New York pizza, all right? You didn't go to like
no.
Domino's or. Do you remember the joint you went to? You don't remember the joint, do you?
No, I don't. It was a regular mom and pop joint, like a regular small business. I forget where it was at, but it was really delicious pizza.
There's
everything was cooked on it properly. It was just like a small business. I hope it's still around. But last time I was there was like in 2012, and it's 2022 now. So I hope they're still there. Knowing how a lot of small businesses, especially restaurants, were fucked over during the pandemic, especially during the lockdown. I mean, restaurants really got hit hard, really, really badly too.
Well, yeah, and they weren't doing that great before the pandemic either. I mean, you were seeing like a lot of leases and stuff going up around here because it's the Richies are moving in and they're trying to make this their rich person city. And I moved here in 2009 and I lived over in Bed-Stuy, and a part of Bed-Stuy where at least you still had culture in the neighborhoods. You still had like. Different like fruit stands and different kinds of different things that you don't really get in a gentrified area. But since I've moved from that area, that's all, it's all going to hell. New York is just too expensive to live here, and it's just sad because these businesses like these mom and pops, these little hole in the wall joints, or having to fault, the places that are in the really, really tiny spots might be holding on if their food's really good and their rep's good, that kind of thing. But, some of these bigger places, what are you going to do? But, and like I said, we don't know what's going to happen after this year. We just started, so crazy times. Well, here we are. I'm not going to keep you much longer. You whooped my ass over the pizza, and I probably deserve it. I like to learn. I like to be educated. So and
it's all good, my friend. But spread the word. Tell Fiorella and Craig they're next.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do your bidding, Bob, or should I call you Mr. Seeger? I'm not gonna do your bidding. You're gonna have to do that yourself. But I do want to watch that fight. I bet that should be pretty fun.
It'll be the most intense debate ever. You thought things were tough on YouTube before. I don't know. It'll be the most intense YouTube debate ever. So there we go.
Well, I got to say, pizza wars aside, I like the space that we are all in, and I like the fact that people are grouping up and working together, but then they're also working with other groups in the space too, and it's just we have to all stick together because the mainstream media is just gonna, they're just gonna keep screwing people and grinding them into the ground. So we have to get more voices. We have to get more outlets. Like I said, I want to do shows on teaching people how to do like the technical stuff, so how they can, because a lot of people like say, yeah, I'd love to like do a little news show or something like that, but I don't know the equipment, I don't know the software to get. What do I got to spend a whole bunch of money and that kind of thing. So hopefully we can educate some people along the way and get more people into the space. But so you do Hardlands Media 5 days a week, right? You what
Monday
else
through
you got?
Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Right on. And is there anything new for 22 as far as what is it? 99. What's the
99 perspectives at the studio? Well,
yeah.
here's what's happening at the studio. Lainey Peterson and E. Heller and Jerry have been really integral. Phase 2 has also been participating in the building of our radio station, World Perspectives Radio, World Perspective Chicago Radio. That's what's being built up. We're also going to be setting up a series. We're going to go back to Can TV and set up our series again. So we're diversifying, trying to be on radio and on TV too, not only on being on YouTube. We are working on doing some Rockfin only exclusive content. So we're going to start uploading some exclusive Rockfin stories that we can't talk about on YouTube onto Rockfin. And of course, we're going to still have our YouTube channel, our Odyssey channel. We're going to be live streaming on Rockfin, Odyssey, and YouTube. And we're working on a few other things too. There's one project that we are working in collaboration with, but it's still on the drawing table. I can't talk too much more about it until I get the signal from a few other people that it's going to be happening. Until then, it's a nice dream, but if we can actually get it going, it will be really beneficial to Hardlands Media. So but again, for 2022, radio, TV, also growing our other YouTube channels too, Chicago Reacts Movies and TV, and of course our Twitch channel, Chicago Plays. We're growing everywhere. 99 Perspectives. It's not going to stop anytime soon. So be sure to check us out, and we invite all of our colleagues, be they in the Mikasu Casa Network, Congo Couch, Slow News Day, Nico House, and Indie Left, all of them. If they all want to visit us in the studio, more than welcome to. Doors open. And we're always happy to do some collaborations too with all of our fellow colleagues in independent media. So let's push forward and make this happen.
I tell you, brother, it's been about 20 years since I've been to Chicago, and I've been always wanting to have a good excuse to go back. I'd love to at least get a tour of the place and see the magic you guys have put together.
Oh, hell yeah, man, dude! If you want to see our studio, just let us know, man, and we'll let you in. We'll give you a tour of the place.
All right.
Let us know when you stop by. Doors open, buddy. We got you.
Usually when I'm out and about, though, I kind of look like a homeless Bigfoot. So, if you see like a scraggly guy at the door, don't worry. It's cool. It's me.
Don't worry, man. We got you. It's all good. Look, when you see the studio, because Craig Jardula actually had a chance to check out our studio. So he saw firsthand what we got.
Craig, Mr. New York Pizza guy. You let him in the building? Yeah. Boy, that was a big mistake. Now he knows all your secrets. He knows all your secrets.
Well, no, not really, because he just saw the beginning stages, because we're still doing our construction in our studio, so he hasn't seen everything yet. So there we go.
He's going to use that against you. I'm just saying. Anyway, I digress. Before you go, let me shout out the chat, everybody that came out tonight. E. Heller, Radical Leftist Agenda, Gamer for Life. He's like Visa. He's everywhere. I love Gamer. Velvet Trance, Colin, good to see you, brother. Who else is in here? Your boy Spittin' Venoms. What? He's in here too. We got the whole Hee Haw gang. Vegan Succubus, Steve Wolfbrand. He's another one. He's always out and about. I love seeing those guys. Charlie Brown's Rebellion. I think I said Ed. Ed's in the chat. Obviously, I made him a mod, and now he's gone amok. So I think he's turned the chat into some sort of robot wasteland, which is fine. We got a broom and we got one of those Roombas we could probably clean it up with. I believe I got everybody. I know Troy was in here. Oh, Oz, our brother Oz. Good to see you, brother. And so I just do this by scrolling up. We do it live. Kit, you're an awesome guy. I'm glad we got a chance to sit down and talk about this. Not just the pizza, the other stuff too. Probably got a lot more stuff to talk about. Maybe have you on again sometime. Maybe
let me know when. I'll try and come on board.
What I would love to do? I want to have a boys' night, a Chicago boys' night, with you and Daniel and Jerry, and maybe we get Ed in the mix too. I think that would be fantastic, and I'll host. So you guys want to just bring beer. That's fine. I'll have the hors d'oeuvres. Don't worry about it. And I'm looking. People see a lot of dark stuff in 2022 coming. Probably, but we got to bring a lot of light too, right? We got to bring a lot of sunshine, and we got to inform people and get more people to help us inform everybody. So thank you so much for coming on. And hang on a second. I'll give you a proper goodbye in just a moment, okay? I just want to thank everybody for coming out, a.k.a. getting on your computer devices and watching this. You're all wonderful people. And to paraphrase Kit, a.k.a. Bob Seger, let's do all we can to wash our asses. Good night, everybody.